Computer-delivered IELTS, brought to you by Knowledge Island by Bilal.
Let's talk about your hometown. What kind of place is it?
My hometown is a medium-sized city with a mix of modern buildings and old historical sites. It's quite lively, with friendly people and lots of activities.
How has your hometown changed since you were a child?
It has changed quite a bit. New shopping malls and restaurants have opened, and the city feels more modern now, compared to a few years ago.
What's the most interesting part of your town?
I think the Old Town area is the most interesting. It has narrow streets, traditional architecture, and a great atmosphere for walking around.
Would you say it's a good place to live?
Yes, I think it's a good place to live
Why?
because it's safe, has good schools, and offers a decent quality of life. The community here is supportive, too.
What kind of jobs do the people in your town do?
Most people here work in offices, factories, or run small businesses. There's also a growing number of people working in IT and education.
What is your favorite local dish or restaurant in your hometown?
My favorite local dish in my hometown is spicy, grilled kebabs served with freshly baked naan and a tangy mint chutney. There's a small restaurant called Zaika Corner that makes the best kebabs. It's always packed with locals and visitors who love authentic flavors.
Is there anything you dislike about your hometown?
One thing I wish could improve in my hometown is the public transportation. Everyone relies on their own vehicles, which makes traffic a bit of a headache sometimes. If we had better buses or trains, it would make getting around so much easier.
Now, I'd like you to talk on given topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you start, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say, and you can make some notes if you wish. You have 1 minute to prepare. Please start now. Please start speaking now.
I'd like to talk about my cousin Sarah, who is incredibly talented at playing the guitar. She's been playing since she was about 10 years old, so she's had a lot of experience, and it really shows. Her skill and passion for music always stand out to me. I usually hear her play during family gatherings, especially on special occasions like birthdays or holidays. One of the most memorable times was at my uncle's birthday party. It was held in our backyard, and Sarah casually picked up her guitar and started playing. Everyone immediately stopped to listen because her performance was so captivating, even though it wasn't planned. Sarah mainly plays acoustic music, and she's a big fan of soft rock and folk songs. One of my favorites is when she plays Perfect by Ed Sheeran. She adds her own unique touch to it, which makes it sound even more heartfelt. Sometimes she sings along while playing, and her voice is so calming, it matches the mood of her music perfectly. Whenever I hear her play, I feel really relaxed and happy. Her music has this way of creating a peaceful atmosphere no matter where we are. I also admire her passion because it's clear that she truly loves what she's doing. She doesn't just play the notes, she puts a lot of emotion into it, which makes her performances so special. Overall, Sarah is an amazing musician, and I always enjoy listening to her play. It feels like a mini concert every time, and it's something I really look forward to whenever we're together.
We've been talking about a well-known person that you admire, and I'd like to discuss with you a few more questions related to this topic. Let's consider famous people in your country. What kind of people become famous in your country?
Well, in my country, people who excel in fields like sports, acting, or music often become famous. Lately, influencers and content creators on social media are also gaining a lot of popularity, especially among younger people.
How do people in your country usually react to famous individuals?
People here generally admire famous individuals and often try to follow their lifestyle or values, but sometimes they can be quite critical, especially if the person does something controversial.
What's different about people who became famous in the past with the people who become famous these days?
I think in the past, people became famous because of significant achievements, like excelling in their profession or contributing to society in meaningful ways. These days, social media has changed the game. Now someone can go viral overnight for something as simple as a funny video or a trendy dance.
Do you think social media plays a big role in helping people become famous today?
Oh, absolutely. Social media is the main platform for fame these days. It allows people to showcase their talent or personality directly to an audience without needing a middleman like TV producers. It's also why fame can happen so quickly now.
Are there any downsides to being famous in your country?
Yes, there are quite a few. Privacy is a big issue because people feel entitled to know everything about a celebrity's life. Also, public criticism and trolling on social media can be very harsh and overwhelming.
Do you think it was more difficult to become famous in the past?
Yes, definitely. In the past, you had to work hard for years and rely on traditional media like TV or newspapers to gain recognition. Today, anyone with a smartphone and internet connection has the potential to reach millions of people, so it's much easier.
Do you think fame always comes with talent, or can it happen by chance?
I don't think fame always requires talent. It can definitely happen by chance, like when someone's video goes viral for a random reason. That said, to sustain fame, I believe some kind of skill or consistency is usually necessary.
What kind of people may become famous in the future?
I think people involved in technology or AI innovation might become famous in the future, especially as the world becomes more tech-driven. Also, activists or environmentalists who work to solve global challenges could gain more recognition.
Thank you. That is the end of the speaking test.
Don't forget to comment, like, and share our video.